My name is Sienna, but I go by CeceLoc'din. I'm from Chicago, Illinois, over east. And for my business, I'm just showing love to everybody with locks, natural hair, and color hair, and taking care of it.
What's going on, everybody? It's Big Stuff or Stephfon, also known as Mr. Born Great with Born Great Studios. And on today's episode of the Great League, we got Cece locked in. Of course, we've been doing a lot of videos
Yeah.
with the hair community
Yeah.
because I feel like there's an underlying creativity or underlying factor of art that is involved with the hair industry.
Yeah.
Can you give us a little in-depth information about yourself in this interview? It's not going to be too personal, but I'm just ask a few questions about you and your craft.
Okay.
Cool, perfect. What first drew you to specialize in locks, and how did your journey begin?
Okay. It's kind of a story. So it started off senior in high school. My friend, my best friend, and one of my friends. It was a Facebook post like with locks, and we tagged each other like, oh, we need to start our locks in it's senior year. So I was the first one who started my journey of locks. Then as you know, them two started it. My best friend, she do hair, she do locks as well. So she was retwisting my hair. Then when she was doing that, I was kind of learning because I said eventually I want to start doing hair again. So after senior year, I told myself like, oh yeah, I'm gonna start my business as soon as I get to college because I was practicing while I was senior year, like practicing my own retwist, getting better and better every time. And in the midst of that, I was also doing my like cutting my own hair, clipping my own hair. So everything that I did, I was doing it on myself before I started doing it on others. So that's kind of how like my whole journey began with everything.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Like, translate that to people saying they get it out the mud, like
Yeah.
for real, for real. It's like you taught yourself from using yourself as the canvas. And I feel like that's one of the best teachers is life, learning from
Yeah.
our own mistakes and things like that. I'm not saying you made any mistakes, but you got yourself to a point in which your work is good enough for you to showcase it. I'll say great enough because we born great studios, but
Right.
your work is great enough for you to showcase it to other people. Okay, so with that being said, I'm gonna move on to the next question. Um, look, like I said, it's gonna be kind of conversation based. So
Right.
like this next question, we're probably gonna go into an in-depth conversation. So,
Okay.
what do you love most about working with locks as a form of hairstyling?
What I love most about it is like the different texture, the different type of like hair you gonna receive and everything. And it's kind of like it tests you on like your ability, test your patience, and do all that. And like you said, people make mistakes, and I learned from my mistakes from different hair textures that I did. So it's kind of like, yeah, okay, next time I know what to do. Next time I'm not gonna do this. This time I'm gonna do this. So it's like it's a learning thing going on while doing like hairstyles and everything.
Yeah. And so, is it like do you take a step-by-step process and like what you do like for every client? Say for instance, because my terminology isn't as advanced as yours, but say for instance, if someone going on a retwist, right?
Right.
Is there a specific way like you do it?
Yes. So it was whole time it was a debate about this on I forgot what social media platform, but it was like which way that a lactation retwist hair, left or right. I prefer right because left is gonna start, you know, kind of damaging your locks. But like if people are left handed, then they probably gonna have to twist to the left hand. But
Yeah,
it's mainly really right way to go. It's like right because like that's the right way.
yeah. And so when I look at an individual with locks,
Hmm.
specifically a melanated individual, the energy is powerful.
Yeah.
Do you think there's some sort of spiritual significance with locks and the melanated community?
I honestly really think it is. Even I kind of say for myself, it's kind of like with locks, it's a like learning thing. Not only for your hair, but for yourself as well. So it's like you learn things about yourself, then you learn things about your hair. Then it's like it feel like you're on top of the world when you get locks type. So it's like an energy change once you get locks.
Yeah, definitely.
Even when people who got like one look, like the lovely locks they be having, it's an energy like, oh, it's so cute. I love that. Like, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And I know that like well, growing up for me, it was a stigma.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people look down upon us having locks because of what was happening in society, and I think that there is some sort of significance in which the powers that were, because I ain't gonna say they be, but the powers that were put certain things in place in which we wouldn't find out how powerful our hair actually is.
Right.
Because another study shows that our locks are, or our hair is a form of like antennas from receiving information from God or the universe and things like that.
Right.
But that's for another conversation. How do you approach creating unique lock styles that reflect each client's personality?
Well, it's kind of, I wouldn't say it's hard, but like for my clients, they keep it like real simple. It's like sometimes I really be trying to get my clients out that two strand stage and like, come on, just trust me, let me freestyle it. I say for my friend, she's my brand ambassador, but she's my friend too. She kind of let me do like she let me she trusts me and she let me do different styles. One of my sister, she let me do different styles on her, especially a style that I know that gonna fit her. And yeah, it's all about a client trusting you to do a different styles and everything. And they'll do it and they'll like it, but next one like, nah, I love it, but two strands. But I don't take it to no harm about it. It's just as long as you let me try the first time, I'll be happy about it.
For sure, for sure. And do you do you look for that happiness from um, the result of your work through every client? As far as if you get a hairstyle that's very challenging compared to the one you did earlier, are you expecting yourself to be as satisfied as you were with the hairstyle you did earlier?
Um, I'd be satisfied either or because
Mm-hmm.
like I try my best, but I know for a fact the next time you tell me to do it, oh yeah, I got it now. So
Yeah,
it's like I'm gonna test my luck and try it instead of like chickening out about it.
yeah, definitely, 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 definitely. And I understand that because what you said earlier, as far as you teaching yourself and you learning from your experiences, oh, that reflects that because, like you said, you'll be satisfied either way because you will know what to do next time if you were to mess up or anything like that. Okay, so let's go to the next question. What are some misconceptions people have about maintaining locks?
I personally feel like it's oiling your hair. Like me, me personally, I don't oil my hair not that much really. It's every blue moon. I know people be like, oh yeah, oil your hair 1 or 2 times a week or every other week. And me, I just don't oil it all. Just put water on it and call it a day because I personally feel like water make your hair grow. Just that it oil, it just that's where all the buildup be coming in. All like when you wash your hair, all the products, like all the oils getting literally washed out, and the oil just be sitting on your scalp. It's not really getting into your hair. So that's why I just think that's misconception is oiling your hair. But if you do like want to oil your hair, I prefer like mix it with water and all that stuff because it's helpful.
Definitely, definitely. Oh, you're gonna start a lot of drama on my channel right now. I ain't gonna lie. Man, hey, look, I'm bald head. Look, I don't. I don't pick sides. I ain't picking no sides. So I'm just asking questions. So I heard both sides of the story as far as oil is good for you and just water is good for you.
Yeah.
Do you think that is based upon just the person's scalp and how their body reacts to going without oil or going with just water?
It's definitely go based off of people's scalp.
Mm-hmm.
So like I know when my client, she has a scalp condition and like she have to oil her hair, so it's like that's understandable. But like if you really don't, you could tell like who be washing their hair and who don't, or who actually got scalp condition problem going on. So that's why it all go based off of scalp wise.
Yeah, for sure. Alrighty. What's one of your favorite lock transformations you ever done?
Ooh, I really don't know. I'll probably say the one that I kind of did on myself. I did extended two strands on me, and it was cute. That was a good transformation, especially with me with black hair. So it was definitely like, ooh, black hair, two strands, me. Um, Another one, my sister, I had did two strands, all two strands in the back. Then I did like a pineapple and two strands in the front. That was very, very cute. It gave goddess very. What else? I'll probably say one of my old clients back at home. She had, it was kind of like a cotton candy color in her hair, and I just did like a simple retwist, and it was just like, to this day, it's like my favorite retwist. So that's kind of my favorite.
So is that what you have, the pineapple?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I didn't want to be insulted or anything like that. So okay, I've been seeing a lot of women specifically with that, and it does give a goddess like vibe type jump, because it's like, okay, your hair grows naturally up to the sun, and then it grows. It's a lot going on, but it's like, I don't know. It's powerful. That's really like, for sure. What's your go-to product?
My go-to product, as of right now, is definitely Loc Twist. I like the thickness of it, and per condition though, I think it's a green bottle. I very like them because it's like the black one is big, especially for my thick clients, very easy. The green bottle is for like my thin hair clients. So it's like I have two for two different types of hair. Oil wise, I really don't have a favorite for oils. I just go by the ones that I have, especially the ones that smell good. But like coconut, tea tree oil, and yeah, mousse. I just started using Shea Moisture Mousse, my favorite. And comb wise, a barbershop comb because they get the job done, or like a rat tail comb, they get the job done too. So yeah.
So that's your whole kit. That's
yeah.
That's like, all right. So look.
Oh, you also can't forget the crochet needles.
Okay,
I prefer the 1 and a 0.75.
I bet. So I think. How do you see the popularity of locks evolving in the beauty industry?
Very, very. I wouldn't say mind blowing, but I'd say as in this year, very mind blowing, because like as we had talked about before, it's like it was definitely stuff going on about locks, like, oh yeah, you can't have this job because of your hair, or you can't do this because of your locks. So it's a lot of like a misconception about that. But now it's like everybody loves locks, and everybody like, oh, I want to do locks, or not even just real locks with your hair, but like fox locks or whatever, or goddess locks. Like everybody love it now, and it's like, oh my gosh. first y'all was just liking it, now y'all love it. So it just like it's kind of good now, I'd
Yeah,
say, because now you don't have to change your hair for nobody to do anything, and it's like everybody can be themselves,
yeah,
especially in their own, like with their own hair.
definitely. And it's like that's a natural style. Like
Yeah,
if if one if a melanated person was to leave their hair unattended for a while, it will freeform lock, correct?
yeah,
Yeah, that's like a natural style. That's like this is us.
yeah. This is us.
Yeah, for sure. Um, like we were saying about the stigma, like
Hmm.
people back in the day they didn't like locks,
Yeah,
like, but it's all these like these movies. For instance, have you seen Aliens versus Predator?
yeah.
Predator
They
had
got a
he
lot.
had the
Yes,
locks.
yeah,
Medusa, she has locks.
yeah.
The way they describe Jesus's hair is like he has locks. I think that is something significant about the coil
Mhm.
or the spiral that on a higher aspect, on a spiritual aspect that is intertwined or linked with nature itself. Because if you look at a tree trunk,
Mhm.
it's in a spiral.
Right.
But also, if you look at a young black boy's hair, the back of his hair grows into a spiral. But if you look at a tornado, it's in a
The
spiral.
spiral.
Hurricane,
Mhm.
it's in your fingertips, it's in a spiral. The way the world spin in a spiral. So
Right.
everything is more spiral. And then I'm like, okay, cool. This all makes sense to why they call spirituality because the root word spiral is spiral. So that makes me think about all of that just by the spiral, just the twist. And I'm sorry, I'm going a little bit far, but yeah. So, what advice do you give clients who are just starting their lock journey?
Please, I gotta say it loud. Please be patient. It's a journey, so you cannot rush your process because as soon as you rush your process, you're gonna miss the beginning stage. Because I wouldn't say I rush my process, but it's like I know for a fact my hair kind of grow fast, so it's like I be missing my real kind of start a lock phase. But it's like it's patient. It's a journey, and like I said before, you're gonna learn about yourself. You're gonna learn more about your hair as long as you be patient. And you also you cannot compare your locks to anybody else's locks because you don't know if this their first time getting these locks, second time, third time, fifth time, eighth time, or they just cut their hair and they hair already locked fast enough. You just can't compare yourself to others. And yeah, just be patient and enjoy every little bits of piece and make sure you record, take pictures because you're gonna look back like, oh my gosh, I came a long way because that's what I do. Uh, this is my second set. Every
Mm-hmm.
time I look back at my first set, I'm like, wow. Then I look at the sets now, I'm like, wow. And so it's like, be patient, enjoy, and love it.
Do looking back on your old work help catapult you forward in your journey?
Yeah, it really do. Looking back at my old work, I be like, oh, it wasn't that bad as I made it seem like what I was back there at that time. Like, oh, I did good. Only if it would be my first year doing locks or something, or like a couple months, like, oh, I was doing it. Then looking at it now, I'm like, okay, I'm really doing it. Like, wow. So yeah,
It's always that gratification of like, oh, it wasn't really as bad as I thought it was, but
yeah,
I was really going crazy. And then
yeah,
now, when you look at now, it's like now, oh my God, it's like
yeah,
so it's like a double hit of dopamine when it's just like you like super happy.
yeah.
So it's always a good time reflecting on the previous work because us as humans we love progress as well. So last question. Can you share any special techniques or products you swear by for healthy, vibrant locks?
My techniques, Bina. But nah, my techniques, um, just always be mindful of your locks. Always, when it's like wrap your hair up silk wise. Even though I be giving out advice, but I don't be taking my own advice. It's okay, but I know how to take it right here. Always wash it, and when you wash it, definitely like make sure you get into your scalps, your roots, especially your roots, because that's where all the products be at. Um, letting your hair breathe. Don't always have your hair up in a ponytail, or if you just starting locks, don't always put your hair in a wig, or keep the style in, getting the retwist so much. Oh, and also the next technique, like don't be getting the retwist almost every 3 weeks or something, because you're doing the opposite of like keeping your hair healthy. And also, if you do before it starts locks, I prefer to cut your ends because now your hair really gonna naturally grow. Um, Keep a silk bonnet or durag. Wash your hair, deep wash your hair like roots and scalp. Um, Keep it. I'd say if you have like real thick locks, keep it in like a little braid or something. Especially if you wet it, because sometimes it get a little eh. And also, don't go to sleep with your hair wet because you're messing your hair up. So yeah.
Perfect. So when you were saying to cut your ends, is that after every retwist?
No, not after every retwist. I said before you start your locks, because
Mm.
that can really help. You can really tell like your hair is growing from clip ends, because that's how, like with me, when I cut my did my second locks sets, I had cut my ends because my ends in the back was very short, and it was like very uneven. And like the unevenness before you start your locks, you can really tell it, and that's gonna like make your process longer than what you want it to be. But it's very helpful too, because like you helping your natural hair out, but you finna transfer natural hair to locks.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like now your hair finna start budding up together.
Mm.
So you can tell the unevenness once it start budding up. Then like your style is probably not gonna come out right for real, or certain locks gonna be hurting when you pull it, tug it, or whatever.
Mm.
Yeah.
Damn, there's a whole science behind growing locks. Damn, shit. Damn. No, but thank you for showing up today. Thank you for being here. If you wouldn't mind, just say your social medias where everybody can find you at.
Of course, Cece locked in on my hair page. Cece with 3 E's, period 2_XO, my main page. And yeah, and catching on to my fall sale soon.
No cap, no cap.
Yeah.